right, 7th grade, here we go. The start of our next unit with equations and expressions. This is just a tester video so that you can see what you will be like as we go through park testing and you don't actually have class. So please pay attention because this is very, very similar to what you're going to have. Okay, so I started my notes out by saying I forgot the dots, simplify linear expressions. Now, when you guys are watching this in class or on your computers or at home, you're going to be able to pause and do all that great stuff in case if, I'm talking too fast, and you'll be able to rewind and go back and rewrite and all that jazz. Okay, so hopefully we have this written down. I can simplify linear equations. Most of us know that simplify usually means to solve or to put into lowest terms. So for right now, what our linear equations are going to be are basically kind of a version of simplifying and putting them into lowest terms like we do fractions. We might not necessarily have a number answer, but we will have a more simplified version of what we have. Okay? So looking at the first page in our packet, the guided lesson, number 1 says, write an equivalent expression for 5 times the quantity x plus 7 minus 4. So I'm not going to write in my notebook or in my packet. I'm going to write that here in my notes. And so that was 5x plus 7 minus 4. Now they want you to simplify that, which means they don't want all this gobbledygook stuff here. So what you should notice is that we have parentheses and we have something stuck like glue, which remember this means to multiply. Okay, if two things are stuck like glue, and if we have something on the outside, that means I'm going to need to distribute whatever is on the outside to everything that's on the inside of parentheses. Remember, we only do it to what's on the inside of the parentheses. It would not come out to the 4 here because it's not attached to the parentheses. So what this ends up looking like, I'll write it down here, is 5 times x, put that in parentheses, plus 5 times 7 minus 4. 5 times x we know is just 5x. Okay, with algebra, we just put the things together. We don't necessarily need to have a dot or anything in between. Plus 5 times 7 is 35, and then the minus 4 stays the same. This is where we have to remember our like terms and things of that nature and things that we can combine and things we can't. So we always thought it was funny when I would say X like X-ray or xylophone or Y, and I would say yogurt or yo-yo or something of that nature, and I couldn't tell you enough how many times adding a label is beneficial. So when I look at this, I look to see what all I can combine. I have 5 x-rays here, and I have the number 35 and the number 4. These two things are called constants. They're numbers all by themselves. I can combine these two. I can't combine anything with the 5x because it's an x all by itself, but the 5x and the plus does not change. And then I just need to do 35 minus 4, which we should all know is 31. These two things are two different terms. I cannot combine them, so I am done. I know it looks like that was pretty simple, but that's basically what it is. We went from something being very long and drawn out with parentheses and having to distribute to coming up with an answer that has just 2 terms in it. So that's how you would do example 1.